Oh goodness, right out the live stream as soon as we start, and I almost fall out the chair. So apparently if you roll this chair, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this way here is the way you're supposed to roll backwards on it, not the other way around. Let me plug my phone in. I don't know if this cord's long enough, but we'll see. Alright, I got my phone so I can read the comments. I got my camera. I got freezing ass cold garage. So let's see. Oh, it's working. Yo, what up? Rally Sport 420, Tommy Cook, Dustin, what's up? Okay, I see comments starting to come in. Poker Mike in the house. What's up, Poker Mike? How you doing? All right. We're working. We probably need a little bit. So I'll go ahead and I'll set this jammer up right here. We need a little bit of that in our lives. A little bit more light. Let's see. Oh, how does this thing work? It doesn't work. Apparently. Barely. Oh, well, ain't that some crap? Oh, there we go. Now it works. Hey! Now there was light. Oh, look at me all being not prepared. Oh, my goodness. I leave for 30 seconds. The comments going wild. GoPro plugged in. GoPro was not is not plugged in, but it was at 100% charge. But the maximum it'll let me live stream is for 2 hours anyway, regardless. So we should be good to go. What up? Liked and shared. I appreciate you, Poker Mike. Hola, amigo. What's up? Did you get everything fixed? Well, I haven't got everything fixed yet. Car's here. Trans is at mine and Billy's shop in Ohio. Vickers did get the trans fixed up, rebuilt, everything, good to go there. So the plan is take this thing, get back over there, put it all back together, go racing. So may you and your family have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you, William. Hello from Idaho. Also, just so you know, Mallory is going to come out and join me at some point. She's just you know, she was finishing some stuff up in the house. It's gonna be a little hard for me to read comments because if you guys can see, I broke my cell phone screen. So, but Mal is joining me. She'll be here in a few minutes. So, come to San Antonio, Texas. Supposed to be in the 80s. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. I can see my breath in the garage. So. Howdy, good to see you're back. Transmission ready and waiting. Can't wait to see you get back going. Absolutely, I cannot wait. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to go ahead and get the trans back in the car, get back to racing, get to it. But we're, you know, I'm taking this vacation. It's needed because, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of stuff people don't understand. There's just a lot of stuff I don't put out anyway because, you know, I'm a believer that, you know, even though I do this and that, you know, I interact with you guys and I put a lot of stuff on YouTube and on Facebook and social media and out to the world, like, I still believe that, at least right now, especially, I can definitely control this. Like, I still have a personal, private life and, you know, one with my family, and I try to keep that, that way. But, took a little vacation, spending time with the family, Christmas, everything. That's why I wanted to live stream tonight, because I was like, oh man, I didn't even realize tomorrow is Christmas Eve, then the next day is Christmas. Like, we're not going to have time to do this. We're going to be doing stuff. So, yeah. Texas, what's up in the house? What's up? From Houston, trains is delivered and ready. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Lucor's video. I don't even know, like, that just worked out perfectly. Just so happened that I was texting Austin, you know, him and I text back and forth, whatever, regularly, and I happened to text him like, oh yeah, they did, you know, he asked me about the trans. I said, oh yeah, they did finish it up. He's like, well, no kidding, I'm like halfway there, like I'm already, you know what I mean, doing something else halfway there. I was like, well, shit, if you want to go pick it up, like, go grab it, go bring it down there, whatever. Perfect. Boom, 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 boom. And that worked out very well. Ooh, good question. What was wrong with the trans? All right, so I'll tell you guys what was wrong with the trans. The trans the trans was not in that bad a shape. I didn't really break the trans like I thought I did. I did, however, break the converter. So I knew something was broken. And honestly, had I ever taken the converter out of the trans when I pulled it, I probably would have, you know, seen a little more and figured it out, whatever. But I never did that because I was like, it doesn't matter. It's just going to get fixed anyway. So the trans, obviously, you know, I burnt up the clutches. You know, he said I did some damage to the front half of the pump, which is to be expected because I broke the converter. Like I broke the converter. So, you know, he ended up refreshing the trans, putting it back together. We were able to upgrade from a five clutch high gear to an 8 clutch high gear. I wanted to do a 10 clutch, but a 10 clutch requires a different drum and blah blah blah. So he shout out to Vickers. You know, they managed to get it fixed up, put back together, everything in great time, under budget. You know, because when I sent it to him, I said, hey, I've got X amount of dollars for this. You know, if it's if it's under that, do whatever you got to do. If it's more than that, just please call me and let me know, or, you know, text me or something so that way I can figure it out. But they ended up coming in under budget. It's all fixed up, and we have a Hughes converter sitting there ready to go. So we should be going. Converter was toast, yeah. Ooh, snow. We don't have snow. Are you putting a different torque converter in also? Yes, we're putting in, I mean, obviously the converter's broken, so it's got to be something different. But putting in the Hughes converter that was in this car when it was LS powered. And if you guys remember, that converter was always really tight just because that LS didn't make that much power. But talked to Pete over at Hughes. He says, hey, put that thing back in there. It'll rock and roll. Or if it doesn't rock and roll, it'll be better off than where you're at now. And then we can build from there. We can go, you know, where we need to go. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. What's up from California? California in the house. Nova's going to be faster than ever. I would hope so. I would hope that, you know, because I don't really know when I broke the converter. I know when I was making those test hits, I had heard a noise, and that noise was not good. So I'm assuming that was the broken converter, those parts and pieces. So yeah, I would assume it would go faster with a converter that's working in a non-burnt up trans. Like that would just. But sometimes you'd be surprised. Like sometimes you'll put it all back together and it'll go slower, and you're like, how is that possible? So I don't want to get too excited. But yeah. Merry Christmas from Eastern Shore, mid-Michigan. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Bam. So where you guys tuning in from tonight? What are you guys doing? Doing like some family stuff? I mean, what's everybody got going on? With this, obviously tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so you know we're gonna be spending time obviously with the family still. I'm gonna go to my mom's house. We're gonna do, you know, that kind of stuff. I got the girls, you know, all taken care of and everything, so we're gonna have ourselves a good Christmas then. You know, whatever. What is that? Saturday, whatever. Oh, Mallory's in the comments. North Carolina, what's up? Need some motivation? Hey, if you need some motivation, here's your motivation. Go out there and do it. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Ain't nobody gonna make it happen. You gotta bust ass and work. Something a lot of people don't realize. Like, if you guys ever get bored one day, go, and it kind of tells the story, but it doesn't really tell the story. But go back and look at my YouTube for like a year, 2 years, 3 years. You guys will see a lot of work has been put in. I've done a lot of stuff. That's it. That's what it takes. You know, believe in yourself. Washington State. Not moving. Merry Christmas. On the couch watching The Witcher. That's a good movie. Kind of not a Christmas movie, but a good movie. What's your target time, mile per hour, or goal in general for performance for the Nova? I don't really want to like say in a specific time, but I can tell you guys, I feel like we're getting really pretty close to being competitive on the street with not everybody. You know, obviously the big dogs are the big dogs. Fast guys are still really fast. But the fact of the matter is, when you know go to these different shootouts and stuff, there's 16 cars, there's 32 cars. You know, a lot of fast people. A lot of people are fast, but not everybody is a killer. So that's kind of where I want to be. I want to be in that fast with everybody else kind of category, and excuse me, be able to to compete. Really. Merry Christmas, up from New Mexico. Watching you drinking beer, off till Monday. Yep, I'm off till Monday too. We ain't doing no work. Is a 400 shot coming with a new, now with the new converter trades? I don't know. I feel pretty good about the amount of nitrous that's been through this motor and how it's working and everything. But I don't necessarily know that we're going to give it more. I think, to be honest, giving it more isn't going to do us any good until the rest of the combination works the way it's supposed to. So if the, trains and the converter and the rear and the drive shaft and everything and the suspension and all that really starts working, better together, because we still have suspension adjustments to make. There's still a lot to be figured out. Weight moving around, do we need it, do we not, where do we need it, when do we need it? So I don't want to start putting extra stress through the motor, 400, 500, hit a nitrous, to compensate for where I could be doing things better, in the suspension or the setup in general. So, Pataskala, Ohio, chilling on the couch. Did Xmas today. Merry Christmas, Phoenix, Arizona. Merry Christmas, guys. Wife passed away in April, so I'm spending my holidays with YouTube channels I enjoy. Thanks for the feed tonight. Absolutely, Russell. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what that's like. I still have Mallory, which is awesome, but I can imagine what that would feel like, and I'm glad that, you get to hang out with us, and at least there's some other people in the chat and everything else. You can find some comfort this holiday season. Smoking the good now. I'm smoking cigarettes, which I shouldn't even do. I need to quit those. But honestly, I might take this whole last live stream inside, because it is really cold. Like, I think a lot of the smoke you guys are seeing is just my breath. It's hot, or it's cold. My breath is hot. I let the daughter spend the night with her best friend so I can get all the presents wrapped. Smooth thinking. Tennessee, NorCal, Central Oregon, made cookies. Nice. Northwest Oregon. Lukewarm Automotive dudes are awesome, huh? Very awesome dudes. Absolutely. West by God, Virginia, wishing Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all. Gainesville, Florida. How did you paint the car that way? I didn't paint the car that way. So I think I'm going to move this live stream inside, because it's really, really cold out here. And then what we'll do is I'll get into the story of how I didn't paint the car that way. So how the car ended up that way. Maybe we'll sit in front of the little Christmas tree. Ooh. Hopefully you guys can still hear me all right and everything else. Oh, I ain't got nowhere to set this up. I didn't plan for that. So the way that the car ended up like that is actually the gold is actually the original OG color of the car. So when I bought the car, it had been primered. Like, some folks had primered it to start body working it, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And I started sanding it down, and I found that gold in there. So I was like, you know what? What I can do is, let's save that gold. I really like that gold. How does this thing work? Somebody help me.
Yeah.
Help me.
You just slide that this way. You hold that.
Goodness. So, and actually what ended up happening, and if you guys look back at some of the previous videos and all that, Mallory had spent a whole lot of time sanding it down, and she sanded it down to the point where it was to the original paint. Got the primer off of it, and then from there we made all that stuff that wasn't rusty yet. We sprayed it with hydrogen peroxide and salt mixture, which ended up making it rust immediately, and then we clear coated over it. So that's how the car ended up that way. Is Fool's Gold going to stay nitrous as far as the long term? Turbo setup. Have you thought about putting the turbo setup Dodger El Camino Pasta? Okay, I'll get into that too a little bit. So I'm facing some issues myself where obviously I have a growing YouTube channel. There's a lot that needs to be accomplished. There's a lot of work that needs to get done, and I maybe necessarily do not have the space to do it. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab this light. Ooh. Hey, now we got light. So I maybe necessarily don't have the space to do it. Obviously, you know, I've got that shop over there in Ohio with Billy, but that space is tight over there. I've got a 24 by 24 garage in my house, but Shitbox Supply takes up some of that, and you know, obviously the car is sitting there now. It's not a super huge garage, so I've started trying to figure out, you know, I've got a Dodger sitting over here in storage, I've got my toolbox over here, I've got this over here, blah 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 blah. I don't know how I'm going to make it all work, but I decided today that what I would do is start working on the house, because I do have a half-acre lot, so I have room, but you know, we don't have room in our driveway. So first thing I'm going to do is I actually just ordered the stone to expand the driveway. You know, my driveway is paved, but I want to expand from the driveway to the fence and make that all the parking area, so I can bring the El Camino home, I can bring the Dodger home, I can park the RV over there and out of the driveway. I want to start being able to work at a home a little bit, and obviously because I can't be, you know, I don't live in Ohio, I can't spend 100% of my time out there, so we're going to need to be able to get some work done over here. So I'm looking into, you know, what's possible for like maybe one of those low height lifts, the 2-post lifts that you can put in the garage, you know, because I think my beams are like 9 foot, 10 foot or something in the garage where I like that. But then again, if we could place it in between the beams, it wouldn't matter. I don't know. I don't really know how thick that concrete is. But to answer the original part of the question, the plan with Fool's Gold is to stay with the Nitrous Big Block. I really like that combination. I enjoy it. As far as turbo stuff, maybe we could turbo the Dodger just for the heck of it. The problem with the Dodger is it's not really a good race car. It's the car, you know, it's the truck we put together for the show, and it's a lot of fun, but it doesn't really serve a super good purpose. You know, it's a burnout machine, it's a lot of fun, but there's not, you know, any actual use for it. Maybe we'll do that, maybe just screw off and have some fun and do that kind of stuff, and I'm not sure. I do want to do turbo stuff, just maybe not, you know, it's not in the plans for Fool's Gold. It might be in the plans for other cars, we'll see. How's things going with Shitbox Supply? Shitbox Supply, things are going very well. Mallory does a kick-ass job here at home. She does all the line fittings, all that kind of orders. We got the merch over there in Ohio, and between, you know, Harley and Allison, and they've been kicking ass over there, so things are going very well. I think you have a chance now against Billy the Kid. That's a huge improvement. Man, I don't know that I got a chance. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't have a chance, but if we get a little bit faster, and it depends on the road and everything else, but like, yeah, like we could legitimately have a race. Like I could sit next to him and be like, okay, you know, if I sat next to him last year, I already know what's going to happen. He's going to blow my doors off. But, you know, maybe if the combination works well enough, maybe, you know, because nitrous car versus turbo car, maybe I could 60 foot them, and, you know, we could make it an interesting race. It would be a good time. It would actually be competitive if things keep going well. Missouri, what's up with my rap career? I don't know. My rap career pissed everybody off. So apparently we got a bunch of rap hating individuals, and also like lost subscribers over it and everything else. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and part of this, you know, it was a little joke I put out. It's no big deal. I'm not really giving up rap or giving up racing for a rap career. That was a joke. I didn't think I had to spell that out, but obviously I did. So, but like, we lost subscribers over it and stuff. Like, here's the thing: you roll up on me in the pits, I'm sitting in my Tahoe, whatever. Like, I'm probably either gonna be blasting rap or, you know, death metal or something crazy. Like, I'm gonna just give you guys me. Like, I'm not gonna ride around listening to country music in case somebody runs up on me because that's what the subscribers want me to listen to. Like, I'm not gonna be doing that. Mallory's gonna join in a few since we're going inside. Yep. Sitting on the couch looking up parts for my S10. Merry Christmas. Cold. I got my AC on. Stacy, I need to be where you're at. Tree looks nice. Thank you. Kids had a hand in that. What's the plan for Shitbox Supply this year? Keep expanding new products. Obviously expanding the parts lineup. Now, we've expanded the parts lineup quite a bit as far as what we have, different fittings and stuff. You know, we're working on getting dealers. So there's folks that want to become Shitbox Supply dealers. We actually have a new dealer in Alabama. That just, like, a recent thing that just happened. So just expanding the dealer network, trying to get the product into more people's hands, and, you know, just expanding what we have and what we offer and that kind of stuff. I still think blow your doors off. Yeah, like right now, yeah, absolutely. But if we can figure it out, yeah. I seen Billy the Kid today on his video use a shitbox wrench, the gold one. You can just go to www.shitboxsupply.com. That's how you get one of those. Those are actually, you know, those are shipping out. We still have those in stock. So that's the Fool's Gold Edition wrench, and you can order them right on the website. What rear end gear are you running? Right now it's a 373. We had a 456. We were trying to control wheel speed. We went down to 373. Maybe not the best idea in the world. We may have killed the gear a little too much. Just seeing Billy and the guys had a rough night testing. I don't know how you would have seen that because their video is not out yet. Like, they just put out a video today that was saying they're going testing tomorrow. South Georgia. I tried to become a dealer and got no response. Did you fill out the thing online? Oh, I will say there was a couple that I sent the email, and for whatever reason it sent me like and there was actually more than one that sent me the email that said that the mailbox is undeliverable, like something was wrong with the email address that you had input. Can I get you to come out of Philly in the spring? I mean, maybe. Is that a pic of Kramer on my wall? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's hard. I don't know. Some of you guys may have seen earlier when I showed it, but maybe not everybody's seen it. Hold on, let me click on live chat. It's also kind of hard to read some of the comments because, as you can see, I've cracked my phone right down the middle, so it's not that easy. Who would win between you and Milkman and Whole Milk? Me. And you could tell him I said it. Matter of fact, watch this. Hold on, let me pull it up. Bam. Hey, I'd beat you in a race. Send. That's my boy. Nah, Danny's my boy. He's a good dude. I don't know what he's doing now though. I just seen he was taking like, I think he wants to go back to steel roof and quarter stuff because he took that whole body off of his truck and everything, and that thing is wild. That thing is pro mod. Have you tried the honey in your coffee yet? Frank, I'm not gonna lie to you, bud. I ain't done it yet. It ain't happened. I need to, but it hasn't happened. What's up from Lincoln, Delaware? No surprise there. Juicebox supply. Shout out. High C orange lava burst. Delicious flavor. I saw it in the store earlier tonight, and boom.
You're a whole grown child.
I am a whole grown child. Is that Kramer from Seinfeld on your wall? Absolutely, yes. It is. You ever gonna dyno the Nova? Damn, son. I'm not even gonna tell you what he just said, but Danny did just text me back. No, I'm live streaming, and someone asked who would win. So I said me. And I'd even text him that. Danny's a good dude. Danny's my boy. Milkman looks fast as hell. Yeah, he is. He is. Have you put bourbon and honey? It's called the hot toddy. No, so what I will do, I don't drink anymore. I'm not really a drinker. But if I ever get sick, like, just like that winter time, cold, sinusy, just not feeling kind of well, I will make hot tea, and I swear by it. Hot tea with the honey, with a shot of whiskey, 2 shots, whatever, and it like knocks the crap right out of you. You're crazy, but I love it. Did you build your transmission? I did not build my transmission. Gotta keep it interesting. Always. What about Tang? I don't know. I mean, I don't really think Tang is that great. I don't think Tang has anything on Orange High C Lava Burst. And just to not get it twisted, like, I am not sponsored by High C. Because I know people be thinking all that madness. Have you seen Unicorn Drag? I'm trying to read these comments, but this crack in my screen is killing me. Racing on a non-prep road. I think blah, 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 blah. I think you guys should race. Yeah. So, yeah, I would love to. I think they're all the way out in California, so that would be one hell of a trip. Like, I live in Delaware on the East Coast, so to go all the way to California, because you have to tow, like, you have to bring the car. So, I don't even want to know what that trip would look like. But would absolutely love to do it. I think it'd be a great time. I think those dudes are, have a lot of fun. They're a lot, they enjoy themselves a lot. So, are you gonna dyno the Nova? No. For what? Like, not trying to be rude, but just like, I know what it makes. I mean, it's math. You can do the math. Like, people, I had people had questioned, like, I was saying 700 horsepower. Well, like, if you know the ET and the weight and the mile per hour and all those things, like, you can do the math. And I was pretty close to right. So I will say that. The number doesn't do anything for me. So I know it probably makes 700-ish on motor. I spray it with 300. The only reason that I would have to dyno it is to use it as a tool to ensure in a controlled environment that making improvements on my tune-up. Maybe I would do it with something like that, but like for the actual to say, it makes 1,000 horsepower, I can do the math and tell you that. What are your thoughts on circle track racing? I don't know. I've never done it. Like, I enjoy racing. I enjoy fast cars. Like, I was trying to figure out if somebody would let me do it. Like, they got the circle tracks, the dirt tracks, and I wanted to see if somebody would let me do that in the Dodger. Like, just for the hell of it. I think it would be fun to try to do. Have you thought about a rear wing for Fool's Gold? Not a big chief wing. Yeah, we've talked about it. Rob wants to build one. Big Rob wants to build a wing. I just kind of want to order one, but I trust in Rob too. So we've talked about it. It's not going fast enough to where I feel like it's necessary yet. So mile per hour wise and all that, like, it's just. Not that it would hurt. I mean, we're still going above 100. I'm sure it's still producing downforce at 50, 60, 70 mile an hour, whatever. But I don't, like, a lot of people, I think, look for that top end stability, the added top end stability when you're really moving mile an hour out the back door, and we're just not really moving mile an hour out the back door yet. So. Does Meatball approve you drinking it for High C? First of all, this is my High C. I bought it today specifically for me, and I bought the kids all different kinds of drinks. So that's what I got to say about that. And they're in bed. They don't even know. When is Mallory going to start racing? I don't know. Probably when we get about 40,000, 50,000 more subscribers and a place to work on all these race cars and enough money to build more than one race car and multiple race cars, and or we could just throw in the Dodger, but we can't, like, we're not set up to do it yet. Like, we have the RV. I own one trailer. Like, I don't think a lot of you guys realize it wasn't until this year that I owned a trailer. Like, up until this point, even like last year when I was traveling with the car, I had to borrow a trailer. Like, I've been working every step of the way to get, and to purchase these things and saving up money. And, I also will never buy anything unless it's a deal. So that's usually, if you guys ever notice, like, I always feel, maybe I seem like a little extra proud of, like, oh, I bought this. It's because I don't buy anything unless it's a deal. So like, I don't mind having that conversation. That trailer that I have now was like a 2017. It got used once, then it got put up on, do you want highlight side or low light side? Or do you want to fix the light situation?
Do they know the light situation? Don't worry.
They don't know the light situation. But that trailer, I paid, I want to say, what was it, $1,800? I got that thing for. Yeah, in a time where, trailers, it was this past year, so trailers, like that were regularly selling for $35,000, $4,000, So, what does it make then? I already said it. On motor, it makes, 700-ish. I'm assuming with a 300 shot through it probably makes about 1,000. Merry Christmas. That's what I was talking about. Oh, to get the tune-up right. Yeah, but maybe I would do that, but I think if I could do that, at like a track rental or a closed location where I could really have time to sit down and do all those things, would probably be better than just on the dyno. Will y'all ever race at Beacon Dragway? Are you using cow tracks with sliders? Not that there's anything wrong with Beacon Dragway, I don't know. I mean, we might end up there. No, I have got cow tracks with Calvert split monos with the drop built into them, and no sliders. I still have regular, shackle hangers, whatever you want to call them, just the factory ones. They're still working, and I don't see any reason to change them yet. At least, maybe I don't. There might be an advantage. I don't know. Why don't you purge your motor at the line? I do purge my nitrous. Why don't I bang it through the motor? I don't know. I've been forgetting, honestly. 150 plus, you need to shoot maybe some rear downforce. Yeah, we ain't doing 150 plus. Aren't you afraid of using the torch on your NOS tanks? You might blow yourself up. It's my time to go. It's my time to go, bud. Like, I don't know. Everybody freaks out about the nitrous, like heating it up with a torch. Is it dangerous? Yes. The reason that it's considered to be dangerous, and I will explain this, the reason it's dangerous is because if you take the torch and you hold it in one spot on the bottle and you consistently keep heating up and everything, that one single spot, you will hot spot the bottle. And then it has the possibility of, deteriorating that, compromising the metal that it's made of. But historically speaking, I've been, racing for years. I've got tons of friends that have been street racing for years, way longer than I have. Everything else, like, I know so many people that heat their bottles with a torch and they don't explode. Like, if you talk about a bottle heater essentially does the same thing. It heats the bottle up. You wrap it around the bottle, it heats the bottle. It just tries to produce a more even heat. So if you ever notice, like, I never hold my torch in one spot. I move it. I try to evenly distribute the heat, sides, all around, everything else. So I'm not really worried about it blowing up. And then the flip side, like I said, it's my time to go. It's my time to go.
Back again.
Yeah. Not on a button. Violent off the hit. I do want fender exits, yeah. So the wide open throttle switch is already set up. I just got to change the wiring from the button to the throttle switch. Right now it doesn't really matter because I can hold, if you guys saw like that last video I was testing, I can hold the button. If I'm on the trans brake, I can hold the button. It's not going to do nothing. I can click the button. It's not going to do nothing. So I can hold the button. As soon as I let off the trans brake, it comes on. So it's doing the same thing essentially as the throttle switch, except instead of doing it with throttle, I'm doing it with my hand. Are you planning on any more nitrous, and can the motor handle it? I'm not planning on it yet, just purely because I feel like, honestly, I'm probably going to take nitrous out of it. I'm probably going to jet it down, and I think we still have more to go, and like, we just don't need it yet. Like, there's still other stuff about the combination that needs to be figured out.
Hey.
Oh, do you want to ask me questions now? Do you even know where I'm at? I'm like probably way up there. I'm not really that far.
I'm not sure. What was your last?
Should I add? Do I plan to add more nitrous? It's a little bit easier for her to see without a cracked screen. Like, my thing is jacked up right now.
Oh, did they see your screen?
Yeah, I've been trying to show people like it's straight.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
It's straight jacked up. What else we got?
What's your favorite scary movie?
What's my favorite scary movie?
Yeah. You think about that while I look for more in here.
I like 13 Ghosts.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It is.
I don't know. We've been, not a movie, but we've been watching that show Evil.
Yeah.
Which is on Paramount or whatever.
Yes, it was on CBS, and then CBS put it on Paramount. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a TV show called Evil that has 2 seasons, and like that's what we'll do. Like, we do stuff together. Like, we'll sit down and watch, a series or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the last one we've been watching. Actually, just finished it.
Last night finished that episode.
Yep, finished the last episode of season 2, and that's pretty good. I don't know, like, I think season 1 was a little bit better than season 2.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But I feel like because we were binge watching it, we were dissecting it pretty hard. Because it used to be on Tuesdays, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you had like a whole week before you could see the next one. Yeah.
Stew about it. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, so 13 Ghosts is a good one. I don't know. I really like comedies. Like, comedies are more my jam. Old School.
Old School's not a scary movie.
I know. I
Just
said
a
comedies.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie. What else you got?
I was thinking about those shows.
What are you doing? Why you're going the wrong way?
Well, I feel like I've missed a lot.
Yeah, well, I already answered all those questions up there.
How far do you know I'm up there? I'm not seeing any right now.
So, you got. Do I need to go read the questions?
When are you coming
again?
to Carmine? Hello, Carmine? Or I Carmine? I'm not sure. Never. Everyone's just saying Merry Christmas, but when are you coming to I Carmine or LL Carmine?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I do know we're planning. I'm in the planning stages of setting up a
There's questions.
Shitbox no prep schedule for next year. So I'm in the process of that. I know we definitely will be going back to English Mountain. I love going to English Mountain. I love that place. I know you've been there. You've been there a couple times.
Yeah, I like English Mountain. I like it. It's a nice
So,
place.
but you know, there's other tracks that have reached out. There's people I'm reaching out to. A lot of people said Edgewater. I'm trying to get in contact with those guys. I talked to Jason, the Tin Soldiers guys, and he gave me some information. Maybe the Carolinas. I forgot to call that guy today, but I've got an in somewhere, maybe in the Carolinas. So I know we're planning on doing that. I don't want to overload myself because obviously I want to do a lot of racing this year, and you know we're gonna have multiple cars going, projects like your El Camino, the Dodger. We still got to find things to do with.
Just something with it.
Yeah, we just gotta figure out like a purpose for that thing. But so I don't want to overload myself. So maybe do 5, 6 Shitbox races, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that.
Are you going to add a second plate to allow for? Oh, now say there's no one. An oh shit hit just in case.
No, I'm not. I've talked to a good friend of mine, Tom Binkley. He was talking to me about it, and I just don't think it's necessary as like an oh shit just in case. Like the tune-up is what the tune-up is, because when you're already putting 300 through the motor, another 100 on a button isn't going to do that much. Like you would think that it would, but it's really not going to do that much. I would rather you have to think about the advantages and disadvantages of running a nitrous car, street, no prep, whatever. So disadvantage, we don't have as much mile an hour. The turbo cars will get mile an hour. Our advantage is the first 100, 150 feet, 330, 60 foot, that kind of stuff. So having an extra 100 or something on a button, it's not like the boost where I can just keep cranking up the PSI and keep mile an hour through the roof. It just doesn't work that way. So I would rather try to hit it as hard as possible from home and get to the 60 first, get to the 330 first, and get to the 330 with distance. So when they start getting their mile an hour up, I'm still out ahead and win.
Okay.
So no plan for that anyway. I could change my mind, but right now there's no plan for that.
All right. What are your thoughts on direct port nitrous and ramped with a controller?
I don't have any.
Okay.
Well, I've never had a direct port nitrous system. I've always had plates. Plates work very well. I understand that the direct port kits are better, more efficient, can be tuned better, all of that stuff. I've just never been in a position to own one. It's also a lot more expensive. Like, the plate kit is one cost or whatever, and then to get a direct port, you got to send it off, or you could try to do it yourself, but I don't know that I would do that one myself. I'd probably have to send it off, pay somebody to do it all that. And it's just a pricier venture.
All right. Daniel, it's burgers, taco or burgers. Burgers.
Burgers.
Yep.
Yeah.
You did get the transmission fixed.
Mm-hmm. Transmission is fixed. The trans itself was not terribly broken. The front half of the pump was kind of screwed up, but I broke the converter. That's what I actually, in terms of like physically broke.
Do you make money off the gate by hosting the Shitbox events?
Absolutely. Yep. So generally, anybody who hosts events like will make money off of the gate from that. That's just like a standard thing. I don't want to get too deep into like the details and everything because everybody does it differently. Everybody has different programs, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it is another way that I provide for my family.
Anything in Kentucky?
Anything in Kentucky.
We would love to come to Kentucky.
Yeah, I haven't. There's nothing on my radar right now for Kentucky. At least not anything that like a track has reached out or I have reached out. I know I was supposed to do a backwards race in Knoxville, and that got pushed back because of weather. And then the $250,000 race ended up getting pushed back because of weather. That rescheduled on top of the date that I was going to have my reschedule. So we canned it all together. So we are going to do a backwards shitbox race. That'll be in Knoxville. And English Mountain is forward, very sketchy track, but a whole lot of fun. I love that place. So I don't have anything in Kentucky. I think the closest thing is I'm trying to do Edgewater, and that is close. That's like on the border. So, but nothing that I have in Kentucky yet. I also got to kind of like be easy because, like I said, I only want to do like 5 or 6. So, I want to give the opportunity for some new places that I've never been. I want to give the opportunity, like English Mountain, I've had races, but we haven't had a shitbox race there. So I want to kind of spread that out a little bit. And I don't want to overload myself either because it is a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into it. The behind the scenes stuff is crazy. The last shitbox race I had, like, I think I had, and I know it probably doesn't sound like a lot, but I had like 10, 12, 15 people on staff.
Yeah.
And I've
that
never
was
had,
awesome.
Right,
yeah, that was really cool.
I've never had that. So but not only that, there's however many people, all those people I got to pay too. So there's,
right.
It takes a lot to make them work and to make them happen. And I really want people to have a certain feeling and experience when they're there. So I care very much about that. I would rather have that experience be proper 5 times a year than to do it once a month and just mass produced and not as good of a time.
Sure. Howard Ottman, happy birthday to your wife Katrina.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street. That one was easy.
I haven't seen either one. Honestly, legitimately.
How are we this far in our lives together and I didn't know that?
I've never seen either one.
Both very good, but Nightmare on Elm Street strictly because it's your dreams. You can't fight things when you're sleeping. So that's a little bit creepier. Wow. So I know what we're doing later. I had that whole Halloween channel, the horror channel.
Yeah. Well, but no, we're watching Christmas movies later.
Absolutely not. We are not.
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting our ho-ho-ho on. Getting our Scream on. Have you seen Scream?
Scream? Maybe. Bits and pieces. That wasn't a very good
Amityville
movie.
Horror?
No. But I do like all the movies, like The Conjuring.
Conjuring's good.
All the stuff about, haunted people and, whatchamacallit, when they're possessed and, all that kind of stuff. I like all those movies. I watched one on a plane a couple months ago. It was really good, and I can't remember the name of it. It was the one where the little girl was possessed. Well, they thought it was Jesus or something, but it was actually the devil. I don't remember the whole thing, but
There's a lot of
yeah. What I remember specifically, in the beginning of the movie, the guy found the doll under the tree next to the church.
Well, I don't like when why do they do that? They took a turn and they started putting dolls and kids in horror movies. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Okay.
Have you seen Saw?
Saw? Yeah. I've seen all those.
All right, so we're
not
reaching
all of those, but yeah.
At least the first.
Yeah, at least the first. Yeah, a couple of them, a few of them, probably. I think I had.
Children of the Corn?
No, I think there's somewhere in this house. Somewhere there's a binder full of DVDs, and a bunch of them are bootleg ghetto because I got them in Iraq.
and I think like a bunch of the Saw movies are in there. Now we got a TV in the Tahoe we can watch.
You're not gonna.
DVD.
I'm like going through lists, and you have not seen like any of them. You've seen Mothman Prophecies, though, right?
Yeah,
that's not like a horror movie.
No,
but
that's a that's
I
a
like
suspenseful movie. That's
I like
good.
that. And Silence of the Lambs. I used to be obsessed
Yeah.
with that. I loved that when I was a kid. That's weird, but yeah. Texas Chainsaw. Any of them?
No Texas Chainsaw.
All right. Do you ever go to Missouri?
Like, do I or have I?
Yeah. Any intention on? Been there? Anywhere out there?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I would love to go to all of these places.
That's good too.
The flip side is like there's like logistics that have to get worked out. Number one, we've got 2 kids. You know, one in school, one's about to be in school. You know, we live in Delaware, so all of these things are long drives, everything. We've got 2 dogs. Yes, we've got the RV now. That's a new thing this year. We have been able to take some trips as a family with the RV. The RV needs some work now.
I'll be working on that.
Yeah, we need to fix the RV and either fix it and make it last another year or sell it, get something bigger. We have a 1-car trailer. We need like a bigger trailer or an enclosed, like there's a lot of logistics got to get figured out. So I'd love to come to all these places, but I'm limited by time constraints. You know, if it's a 12-hour ride, or I can go somewhere that's a 6-hour ride, depending on what it is. But you know, that goes into my decision making process. Well, this is 6 hours. This is a lot less gas. This is a lot less expense to make it happen. So, like, grand scheme, if we can get a toter home and a stacker, like by some miracle one falls out of the sky and into my driveway, let's go. Take all them long trips.
Why are shitbox cars the choice out here where we live? Someone's from Texas, and it's just not really a thing there. Most are nice cars.
So I think that I'm not going to say that it's really a choice. I mean, I think a lot of it is, you know, let's be real, more than 70% of the cars that come to a shitbox event are not shitboxes. It is the way that the event is structured, and what we try to do is we try to give an opportunity for everybody to feel like they have a place in no prep racing and to have fun, and that's really it, to have fun and enjoy the experience. So to that point, you know, in Texas, you guys, I don't know what it is about Texas. You guys have a lot of nice cars, everything. You know, I've got friends in Texas. If you guys know Derek, Slower Than You, he had the Liam Nissan truck. He's a friend of mine, lives down in Texas. I'd love to go kick it with him and go see what Texas is about. I've been to Texas before, you know, through my time with the military, but never in my race car life, and I'd love to go check it out. But I think a part of it is just also because, you know, you've got so many people that you want to race, and the fact of the matter is not nobody, but, you know, a lot of people can't afford to go buy a 2015 Vet and, you know, go take it somewhere to get a Pro Charger put on it, and, you know, the trans and the rear and the welds and everything else. There's a lot of people that just don't have that kind of budget. So I will agree, Texas has a lot of very nice cars, but I guarantee you that Texas probably also has a huge shitbox community that, like, if marketed well enough and advertised properly, like if we ever did a race down there, I think would probably do very well. Which, I, believe it or not, know people that have tracks in Texas that I have like open keys to. What are you laughing about?
Whose picture's up by the Christmas tree?
Oh, we've been through this like 10 times. Yeah.
Like, I did not even think about that. Like, there's that, I would have moved that had I known.
Wow. I would love to do a shitbox race in Texas. The problem is Texas is like 20 hours from here. Hold on, let's see.
Texas is a big one. Barney or SpongeBob?
SpongeBob.
Although I think, no, Ella would say SpongeBob too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Dallas is 1,260 miles from here. which is 20 hours and 11 minutes, which means that's not stopping, that's not counting breaks, that's straight through. That's a hike. That is a hike. I've done it before. When I went and interviewed Alex Laughlin, we drove to Texas. That was a hike. And not for nothing, like, you can do a Texas in March or something, but like when it's August, September, October, you've been driving across the country all year long. You have been living out of an RV or hotel rooms or flights. You know, I worked for Hot Shots and would travel to all these races. They would fly me all these places so I can go film and photograph and everything. Like, when you live on the road, the last thing you want to do is be like, let's go do 20 hours one way.
No.
Yeah, it's
No,
rough.
no.
It's rough. I definitely need some help. Like, I need maybe some local folks that are interested in traveling, like something, like just even, like, I don't even think people understand, you know, like when Brennan and Big Rob started riding in the RV with me, like I started taking them places, like just having Brennan to drive for a couple hours was huge because I've been driving everywhere myself.
Yeah.
And just having somebody else being able to take the wheel for a couple hours is a huge relief and a huge help to everything. What do you got there? You said, ooh, like something.
Yeah, just that would be a Christmas Vacation or Die Hard for a Christmas movie.
Christmas Vacation. I love Christmas Vacation, like, incredibly. One of my favorite movies of all time. Not that Die Hard. I love Die Hard, too. It's a good movie, but we're not even, like, we're not in the same ballpark.
What's the one chip challenge?
Oh, where you eat that super spicy chip.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
You can have fun with that. I want no parts of that. I enjoy spicy food. I enjoy flavor, but I don't enjoy hurting myself purposely.
I just remember there was a thing at Hooters once where it was if you ate the hottest wings that they had, you got it for free. So I would do it just so I could get my wings for free.
You can have that. And first of all, when the fuck have you been to Hooters?
I had a life before you know. Like, that was another question. How long have we been together? We just had, I think our anniversary happened 8
years.
in that time frame there, in that ballpark. Yeah. So before that, there's Hooters in Illinois, Joliet by the mall. That's where I would go.
Hooters. I mean, you guys are gonna hate me for this. Hooters is overrated.
Okay. Well, there were limited options then.
Yeah.
There wasn't all the stuff
I think
that we
they have
had.
some good food. I think Wingstop is better than Hooters as far as wings are
I
concerned.
don't know if there was a Wingstop.
No, Wingstop is a new thing. Like,
Right.
they haven't been around that long.
Virginia.
Virginia?
We go this year? Next year?
I don't know what's in Virginia. Virginia's a very big state too.
Yeah. Pretty state. Very pretty.
There's nothing that I know of right now. To be honest with you, I've got no clue. Like, part of this lifestyle is, you know, obviously there's some things that we're planning for. You know, the Darlington is coming up at the end of February. I'll be in Darlington. Dig or Die. There's another Dig or Die in March. I don't know. I might hit that. I might not. I say might not. I probably will. Like, I don't even know why I'm playing. But
appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, there's, you know, so if something pops up in Virginia and it piques my interest and it's a weekend that I have available to do something, then maybe.
Where's the Nova?
Where is the Nova? It's in the garage. We just came inside because it's really cold. I mean, it's not that cold, but it's really cold outside. So I figured if I was going to be on a live stream for an hour or two, I'd rather be comfortable.
What's the weather? Cold? Well, apparently not as cold as other places. But
No, it's not as cold as other places, but I still don't like the cold. What would be really nice, it's 28 degrees right now, is what it says. I wouldn't mind living down south where, first of all, whoever just commented on my Facebook post that Wingstop is trash, your life is trash. Come to Wingstop like that.
You take your food way too seriously.
I take my food very seriously.
Way too serious. And I just...
What else you got? What other questions we got in the comments? Go ahead, drop some below. Get up in
So-
there.
Well, I did. What's the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Nova, where the Nova is.
Yeah, Nova's right over there. Just sitting in the garage, chilling, transmissionless, waiting to go back onto the trailer to go back and get fixed.
Dave. I want to hear from Matt, the weatherman. Dave Tersey.
Oh, Dave, we were talking about that. I do. Man, it's been a long time. I don't even think anybody in the comments knows about the weatherman.
Do you guys know about the weatherman?
Do you guys know about the weatherman?
Do you know about it?
It's been a very long time since I've done a weatherman skit.
Did you ever think of going E85?
E85? Not with the Nova. No, we there's I don't see the benefit in a big block nitrous setup with E85. I think, in my personal opinion, I think that staying with the line of fuels, you know what I mean, like a 110, a 112, a 117, that kind of stuff that we're using right now, and obviously, you know, even higher if you go up to like a C23, that kind of stuff. There's benefits there, but I don't see that same benefit with the ethanol in that particular setup. In a turbo, like if we did a turbo LS, absolutely, I would see the benefit. You want a turbo LS? No.
For the El Camino?
Yeah, why not?
I thought we already got that taken care of.
No, we've got a short block that I need to buy everything for.
Did you cover what's going on tomorrow or Monday or whatever it is with Stone? Did you cover that?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I talked about like so. The my game plan right now is I want to expand my driveway because I'm in a position where I'm kind of stuck like Chuck. Like I don't have anywhere to work on my stuff. I've got the shop out with Billy in Ohio, but like here I don't have anywhere here. You know, I've got friends that have shops and this, that, and the other, but I don't have a home base of operations. You know, everything is just kind of, hey, can I do this? This is temporary, whatever. I'd like to. I actually just ordered today. I ordered the stone. It's what 12 tons of crush and run to go do. You know, just go from my driveway to the fence, so that way we can park the RV over there and get it off the driveway, and then we can also park the Dodger over there. We can park the El Camino over there. We can park whatever other project we've got going on at whatever other time. I don't know that my garage at home is big enough to really do what I want to do, but maybe one of those, like, you know, I was talking about getting one of those low height 2-post lifts that you can fit where, you know, you don't have a high ceiling. Maybe I can do one of those or something. You know, I want to, I'm not going to lie, it's been killing me. Like, I'm supposed to be taking a vacation. I'm at home, hanging out with the family, but I also haven't been getting anything done, and it's driving me up a wall. And it's hard because my toolbox is still over there, and, you know, we don't have space in the garage because we weren't planning on working out of the garage. It's taken up with other things, and I got to figure that out. You know, maybe put a pole building up out back or something, or like right now we just don't even have enough space to put all of the vehicles that I own in one place. So,
Yeah.
trying to get that sorted.
That's the thing. And our driveway is not necessarily like short or small
No.
or anything like that. You can fit quite a few cars.
Yeah, you
but
can get like, you know, 3-4 cars deep, but I also don't want to have 4 cars up front
Right.
that never move, and we got to park. And
we're jockeying around.
we're moving stuff around in the trailers and everything. So trying to expand that driveway out, you know, would help tremendously. What else you got?
Do you think you'll ever put wheelie bars on the Nova?
Hell no.
Well, okay then.
Like, I'm obviously not gay.
What?
Fucking wheelie bars.
What if in my life before you knew me, I was a guy? I mean, that's not
We
true,
got
but I
some
did still.
very serious problems.
Yeah, no. You know what?
What? Monkey butt?
No, we do use USAA.
Yeah, and they're actually kind of trash.
Yeah, we're not having the best. I mean, can shop around. That's
Yeah.
it. When it comes to insurance and stuff, shop around.
I would tell you this,
Yeah,
like
shop around.
it used to be USAA was like the insurance, and then now I don't feel like that anymore. I just added the Tahoe, and all we have on that account is the Tahoe and your truck, because we got other stuff with other people, whatever. But the like paying an astronomical amount of money. Like we're both over 30. We haven't wrecked any cars. We haven't had any insurance claims. We don't have tickets. Like, I mean, not that we've never had, but nothing recently. And we're just paying far too much money. Why are you responding to comments in there? Like you're supposed to be reading the I gotta pull this.
I'm reading
up.
questions. I'm finding them and reading them. Calm down. Kramer's not our father. I don't know if we have any plans on going down to Georgia.
I would like to. Layla's grandmother's down there, so.
Yeah, Layla does have. Our oldest has family in Georgia.
Yeah.
And she loves going. I like going.
Yeah. And we got to stop, like when we went to Florida, we got to stop in Georgia on the way back, and they got to hang out and stuff, which they don't always get an opportunity to do, obviously, living so far away from each other. But
I know, that's hard. Milan, yes, you raced at Milan.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to be the flagger there. Like, I was the flagger for the Detroit Hood TV events for like 2 years. And I brought the Nova out there, and I would flag the race, and then during test and tune, I would jump in the car and go grudge race people and then get back out. So, like, I'm telling you guys, I've been working for years. Working.
I can answer that one, Michael Davis. No.
What? Okay, you answer.
Race car parts under the Christmas tree. No.
There isn't.
No, because if he wants it, he just gets it, and that's just how that goes. Like, I just know boxes show up, and I know there's parts in it, and if he's not here, I just set it to the side for him. Who knows? There might actually not be parts in there. I don't know. But that's what I think is in there. That's what I think. Thank you.
No, and I didn't want any. I don't want anything for Christmas. Like.
Well, then you're gonna get socks. Like that's how.
Well, I like socks.
We
and
like
underwear,
socks,
so,
yeah.
But I don't want anything for Christmas. Like I want the kids to have a good Christmas. I want you to have a good Christmas. Like I get my gifts year round. Like I get to go race my car for a living. You know, I get to go to cool places and everything else. You know, I've got trips that are coming up that are going to be awesome. I'm not worried about getting some gifts under a tree.
What part of Georgia? Savannah area? Are you staying with the gear that you have in the Nova?
We might change it. It might get changed. We may have gone a little bit. When we went from 456 to 373, it worked for what I wanted it to work for, which was really controlling that wheel speed off the line. If you guys notice in Rockingham, it looks like I don't know, it depends on what you guys think, but like if you look at the video, it might look like it left incredibly slow, but if you watch the wheel, that wheel moved incredibly slow, but it still went a 170 60 foot, which for a very, very, crappy surface isn't really not that bad. Could have I improved? Yeah. I think I guess we can talk about it. Billy, when we walked the surface, Billy said something that we should be able to go 160, 60 foot. So I think I was shooting for 170 and hit 170, like perfect. So honestly, I probably should have shot for like 165 and maybe would have gone a little faster.
Do you have any plans on taking Shitbox race to South Carolina?
I'm going to be having conversations with folks in Carolinas. I don't know whether it's north or south, but I will be having those conversations. It's not a set in stone kind of thing or anything like that, so I don't want to speak too much on it. But I have a good in with a location. I've got people that will vouch for me. I've got, it's very fortunate, and I definitely would like to try to do that. I think that if I can do, like I said, like 5 or 6 races, obviously there's going to be 2 in Tennessee because I want to do English Mountain, and I got to do Knoxville. Knoxville's going to be backwards, so that'll be a special one. And I'd like to do Ohio. You know, obviously there's a million tracks in Ohio, but I've never been to Edgewater with one. I've raced at Edgewater, but I've never thrown a race at Edgewater, so I'd like to try to do that. If we could do it, throw the Carolinas on the list. And if I could hit 5 different states, I think that would also be nice, because then I can spread it out, and you know, everybody will get an opportunity. Last year we did Shitbox races in Ohio, which was a part of the plan. They have a large population of racers there. They have a dozen racetracks in the state of Ohio. Well, how do they have a dozen? Well, because they have enough racers to sustain a dozen racetracks. So with that being said, that was part of the plan. Like when I had formulated, I want to do this Shitbox thing, this is how I want to do it, this is how I want it to be different than everything else, and Ohio is the place I want to do it and try, because I feel like we would have the best result there. Like it wouldn't, you know, not that I don't think it would work across the country, I think it would, but initially, you know, I don't like to just jump out the box and be like, oh, I got this great idea, I'm going to go travel the country, and, you know, I like to see how things go, how can I improve when we go other places, how do we, you know, adapt to the track or wherever we're at. So
Don Taylor, glad you made it. It's the first time you caught on live, so glad you're here.
nice.
There was more. I have just some quick yes or no questions.
Okay.
Just some quick ones.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. Do you ever plan on or think about racing Rocky? I want to see no skips on me.
Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Yes. Rocky Mountain Drag Week.
Rocky Mountain Drag Week.
Yep.
Yes, I do. Would love to in the future do one of those events, or one of those style events. Maybe not that one specifically, but one of those where you got to drive to each track and everything.
You know, you see how I just said a yes or no, and we got yes or
Right,
no,
yeah,
but
that's
then we
fine.
got a little with it.
Okay, so I gave you time to find the next question.
Can you beat John Dock?
Can I beat John Dock?
Mm.
Does John Dock race no prep?
Okay. Will we see more of the truck? Too early to say.
What truck?
Dodger truck.
Dodger?
Mm-hmm.
Racing? I don't know. Maybe. To be honest with you, it kills me now, because I could, if I really wanted to, that Dodger with the current setup in it will run 7.0 like that. And I would love to take that thing to No Prep Kings and mop up, because that, I don't know if you guys know this or not, because they don't show it on TV, but when you go to No Prep Kings, they have other classes. They have a 7.0 index class that is no prep, that is no clocks either. So you get a time trial and they will show you your time, but then after that, there's no clocks. Mm-hmm. So you're just guessing throughout the rest of it. I would love to take that Dodger. I think it'd be a very cool car or cool truck. People are very entertained by it, very much enjoy it, and mop up the 7.0 with it, which I never thought I would say in my life. Up an index race, but
Okay.
But you'll see more of it. We'll do something. We'll find something to do with it.
No name, Joliet, West or Central? West. I think my mom graduated from Central, but she went to West too. I know she went to both of them, but West. Simpsons or South Park?
Simpsons.
Okay.
I was raised on The Simpsons.
Fireproof socks?
Fireproof socks? No, I do not have fireproof socks.
Do you want some?
Fireproof socks? Yeah, 100%. Well, I don't know, 100% cotton. So I was also a firefighter, and so when you wear, you know, you can get flame retardant materials, but generally everything you just wear is 100% cotton, so that if it does get hot, it doesn't melt to your skin.
Okay. Will the news desk return?
Huh?
Will the news desk return?
Will the news desk return?
Mm-hmm.
Who said that? Was it Dave Terizzi?
Dave Naylor.
Oh, okay.
The Daves.
The Daves.
The Daves. They're in here.
I don't know. Maybe I was thinking about maybe doing weather reports, like when we go places, like just adding a short, like minute-long skit of the weather report back into my normal videos, like not making it a thing on its own, but just like as a something to just break up the video itself. I was thinking about possibly bringing the weather back, so
Okay.
I can still do that.
I was trying to see what Frank said. Apparently Frank had said something. So I missed that question. I don't see it in there. I'd have to scroll for a while.
Oh.
Yes, John Doc races no prep.
Where? I've never seen John Doc no prep anywhere. Like, I'm not saying that he doesn't, but maybe he lives in another part of the country that we don't. I've never seen, like, and I'm not saying this to be rude, but like, Dig or Die, one of the biggest races of the year, $250,000 race, probably the biggest payout of the year. It wasn't $250,000, but it was the biggest payout of the year. Like, was he at those races? Was he at any of those? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Could I beat him? Maybe.
I don't know.
It's fine. People get lucky. I could beat anybody.
What's our favorite date night?
Kendall could red light, and I can drag his ass not at all. But he left early. What?
I like how you. Yeah, that's very nice. Our favorite date night. I don't know. We don't really do those.
It's hard to do those.
Yeah, but we're not really like. That's not really. Our
Honestly,
thing.
like we like sitting down and watching a show together.
Okay, Frank.
Like we will do different. Like I said, we just watched that show Evil, the 2 seasons on Paramount.
Before that, we were watching The Last Kingdom.
Oh, The Last Kingdom.
We're still
was
waiting
good.
for that next season to come out. Still waiting.
Last Kingdom was good.
Yeah.
There was a lot of seasons of that, so that took up a lot of time.
Frank brought up building the truck or fixing the truck up for me to race it. Actually, I was supposed to race it.
Want the
And then,
Dodger?
yeah, then it got broken, and then
It's not broken now. I mean,
you
it's a little
the bell
broken.
housing. That was when
Oh,
I was
yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
race it, and then
Here's the problem.
Joey Jojo, no.
We can't. Like, I'm not saying that we can't. It's a logistical thing. We have one trailer. So if we're going somewhere, I'm bringing the Nova. So unless the Nova's broke, and we absolutely have to go somewhere or something, like, it's probably gonna be bringing the Nova. If we could get a 2-car trailer, if we get a stacker, if we could get something. I mean, a stacker is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
We could probably at some point in life afford a 2-car trailer, but then can we pull a 2-car trailer with the RV? Probably not. Probably need to get something a little bigger. It already struggles a little bit now.
Yellowstone or Disneyland? Yellowstone.
Or what?
Yellowstone or Disneyland?
Disneyland. Oh, I thought they were talking about like Yellowstone, the TV show. That's why I was like, I don't like Disneyland. You're comparing two things that are on. Like, oh, I've been to Disneyland. That was cool. I haven't been to Yellowstone.
Nah. It's like nature versus like a theme park type deal. But Yellowstone. Joey Jojo, yes, I loved Manifest. I don't know if you watched that show. But yeah. Witcher is good on Netflix. We'll have to check that out. We run Block's No Prep Mayhem series in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Block goes a lot of.
Okay.
There's some similar places, like we do. Block does English Mountain too. I can tell you, I have zero plans on ever. Well, I'm not gonna say ever, but like as far as my future can see, I have zero plans on ever hosting a regular competitive no prep event ever again. There's a million of them, and I want to go racing them. Shitbox stuff is, yes, you're racing, so there is competition there, but it is way more just meant to be about having a good time, getting to race, not feeling like you're incredibly outclassed. And I give people the back tire or a car or the hood, or I mix it all up. And for the Shitbox classes, all the amateur classes, the buy-in is $30, so you can buy into 3 different classes if you fit them, and you now have 3 opportunities to race, and it only costs you the $100, and it still didn't even cost that much because the buy-ins at all these other races are $250, $300. Like one of the places I'm going on to race on the street is $400.
Just don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Just leave that part out.
No.
Leave that out. James Benson, the trans is fixed.
Yep, trans is fixed.
Michael Davis wants to know who your favorite street outlaw driver is to watch.
My favorite street outlaw driver. That's a good question. I don't know that I have a favorite. I don't really watch TV anymore. It's just not how I orchestrate my time. I have a lot of respect for Justin Swanstrom. He's, kind of a jerk, but he is. He definitely brings added value and entertainment to the sport and to No Prep Kings, which is something that, obviously they need. It's as much as it is racing, it's a lot more entertainment first. So, fuck, No Prep Kings is like WWE. Now that I think about it, but that's a whole other conversation. Except it's
WWE.
real. Yeah, except it's real. Like you do actually race, but it's a lot of entertainment. I really like watching old school boosted GT stuff on the street. I like that stuff. Obviously, Chief, pioneered a lot of shit that made it possible for a lot of other people to do other things. Who's my favorite? I will say who's my favorite, and I don't know if it's about watching them or whatever. Chris Kamikaze with the El Camino.
Why?
Why? Because he is such a good fucking dude. Like, I love him. When we went to No Prep Kings, like, remember he came up to the Dodger and was talking to me?
Oh, yeah.
Right. He's somebody that I don't remember where or when I met him or something, but just every time I see him, we have a conversation. Like, he's just a super good dude. It helps that he's driving a blowing big block Nova right now. But just a very, very good dude, and I very much enjoy him. And he's always he's always liking my Instagram posts and talking about stuff. And he's just he puts in a lot of effort. I see to reply to all of his fans and everybody that comments and everything. And he's just a super good dude. I really enjoy him. And B-Rad too. Brad, you guys know B-Rad. He's a good dude. Every time I see him, and he's lives in Ohio, so I see him a little more often. It seems like, I see him more often than some of the other guys. But he's a very, very good dude too. And his son is cool and helped me out when we did No Prep Kings in Maple Grove. So.
What's the goal time that you have for the Nova? Do you have one?
Time?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about the times. Just fast enough to be competitive with my friends. To be honest with you, the Nova will never be, I'm not going to say that it could never beat Kendall, because anything can happen. A race is a race. But will it ever be as consistently fast as a car like that, like say Kendall's is? I don't know that I'm willing to take that car that far. It would have to be cut up. We would have to gut the thing. And honestly, I really do like the car the way it is. So
Frank said he'd be willing to trade you his double car hauler for your single car hauler. He says that he has no need for two. He'll be in Ohio on your birthday. January 17th, to pick up his Chevy. It's not perfect, but it's safe and it works.
We might have to have a conversation then.
Okay.
You might.
All right.
DNRauto@hotmail.com. Shoot me an email.
Okay.
Oh, shit. First of all, how did you know my birthday? Do you work
He
for the
didn't.
government?
I said it. He didn't know that. No, he didn't say that. Sorry, Frank. No. You're good. You're good. Everybody's good.
Like,
no.
You work for the government or something? How you know my birthday?
No. So sorry. How do you get stickers? One or two?
What do you mean? Like, how do you get Shitbox supply stickers?
Yeah, you know what? Do you have any shot of
Shitboxsupply.com?
stickers? Do you want to see the stickers? I can grab some so you can see them. Have you seen Chief's new vet?
Have I seen Chiefs do that? Yes. Next question.
Okay.
I don't like it as much as everyone else
everything
does.
is just a yes or no question. You have I'm looking because I know there's going to be more, and you're just like, yes.
No, I just I love it. I love Chief to death, and I don't personally like that car that much.
Do you like the odds of the street or of the tracks, or can that be asked?
What's that?
Do you like the odds of the street or the tracks, or can that be asked?
Do you like the odds of it? I love the street.
Okay.
I think that like the back half note preps, they serve a purpose and they are a lot of fun to race, and I very much enjoy that. But I very much enjoy racing on the street. I think that those of you that don't know me, I'm an adrenaline junkie, but it's weird because I'm afraid of heights. Like, so there's stuff that I won't do. But racing on the street is one of the greatest forms of adrenaline you could probably ever get, especially. And then just like when you go fast and you really do good, and it's like, yes. So I much prefer the street.
Have you changed your mind? Do you have any intentions on painting the hood black?
No. To be honest with you, if I could tell you guys what goes through my mind on a daily basis, there is a lot of stuff that goes through my mind on a daily basis. And painting the hood is just not one of those things. Would I like it to match the car a little better? Absolutely. Is it going to make the car any faster? No. Is there 16 other things that I have to do to the car that are going to improve the way that I perform in the upcoming races? Yes. So those kind of take priority to painting the hood.
Thanks, Dave Jersey. Said the tree looks good. We do have DNR stickers, and you know what's weird? I just found some of the ones that I had made, the colored ones.
So nobody even knows this. Like, I never put those DNR stickers up online.
I'm gonna go grab them.
So we have DNR stickers. They're not but you're gonna grab them. They're not for sale online.
I can put them on there.
Yeah, we sell them at events, and usually what'll happen is if you go and like order some merch, you order a hoodie and a shirt or something, like one of those DNR stickers will mysteriously end up in the package, and you'll get it. I don't know what you're doing, but she's searching for stickers.
I'm not. I just because he asked about stickers, so I was gonna grab all of them.
I just want to go fast. What's the plans of the Elko, and is Mallory going to race it? Maybe do a little bit of racing, but really the plans are to make it a fun, cool vehicle that can be driven anywhere, that she can, like, she wants to go to the gas station or, the store, or like can take the El Camino. I want her to really be able to enjoy that truck, car thing, whatever it is. So it's that's the plan. Well, obviously I'm gonna have her race it and do different things, and maybe we'll throw some nitrous on it or something or whatever, but the plan is not to build a race car. It is to build a fun car. And don't get me wrong, like, I wish that I could take the Nova out of the garage and go drive it down the street and go put pump gas in it and just ride around and cruise and have fun, but it's not that car anymore. And it just is what it is. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to build a whole car for her to be able to drive once a month, especially, like we said with the logistics of we can only race one car at a time anyway. And, depending, she could do shitbox races, but, we can't afford to have my small tire buy-in and her small tire buy-in. And not only that, to build another car to be competitive at that level would just be insane.
Like, maybe later, but right now I just want you to focus on
Hey, the future, anything's possible. If we keep doing well, keep growing. If the Shitbox business keeps growing, if YouTube keeps working out really well, and all that kind of stuff, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show the DNR sticker for the people over. I don't know if they can see that.
Maybe. I don't know. I have two sisters. I have two older sisters. And then these ones?
No.
No.
Let me show those.
You don't get to see those, sorry.
No, like those will, I mean, maybe we'll, if you want to make more of those, but
I actually think I do have more up there. I think I have black ones and white ones and except.
What else you got?
Oh, sorry. Let's see. There you go. What does DNR mean? Okay, we've done that. How did you get on the getaway driver?
How did I get on Getaway Driver?
Yeah.
Good question. Because I get asked this a lot, and then even more so, I get a lot of messages and comments and like, "Hey, my buddy wants to do it. Help me out. Help him out." Blah 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 blah. I worked my ass off for years, and people took notice. Is essentially the way that went, and that's the same thing for just about everybody that I met on that show. I didn't apply. There was no application process. There was no, go and seek it out and try out or nothing. The production company, they've got people that do that sort of job. They do casting, like that's their job, to go out and find people, and they reached out to me, and I happened to be one of the people that they found, and then we went through the casting process. So that was probably the closest thing to like a tryout, is you go through a casting process where, maybe they have this many people and they bring it down to, okay, this is who we're going to put on the show because they're, have the best story, or they're the most entertaining, or it's television, so it's business. Like, if you're a super quiet person, it's just, talks like this, and you're not really exciting, and you drive a Honda Civic, like, you're probably not going to be good for TV. So that's how it ended up working out, is those folks reached out to me, and then we were supposed to film. They had reached out to me before coronavirus had even happened. And then coronavirus kept pushing everything back. And then eventually we were able to film and do it, and was an absolute blast. I would 110% do it again. Maybe now a little differently, now that I've seen, how it panned out for other drivers and different technique and, thought process behind it. But was a very good time, and very much enjoyed myself. I still talk to some of those people I met on the show. The guy Wyatt was one of the hosts. I still talk with him every now and again. Some of the other people that were in some of the other episodes, some of them were already previously friends, like Adrian Berryhill was already a friend of mine. But I met Sonia, I met Nick Jeezy, the drifter guy. I met all sorts of people. So very good time, very good experience.
Okay. The DNR stickers, actually, fun fact, when you order from Shitbox Supply, I put one of these in every order. So you get a DNR auto sticker.
Which really confuses the shit out of people who have never heard of the DNR. Because you got to realize, people just Google AN lines and fittings and find shitboxsupply.com.
Yeah, no, but you know what? Who doesn't love a nice little shiny sticker? That's fun. I like that. When's the next race for the Nova? And William, I did see your question because I think you posted it before, so I got you this time.
We're going to do some Hood Rat shit. So we're going to go on Hood Rat World Tour.
Okay, all right.
So you guys will see that coming soon.
Rusty, I'm glad that you got your hoodie and you like it. That's awesome.
Yes, thankfully. We had quite a backlog of orders.
What is the closest race to St. Louis, Missouri that you go? William wants to know.
St. Louis. I've been in St. Louis. Actually, JJ filmed an episode on the street in St. Louis, and I was there for that. And that's actually, oh shit! Now I'm having a brain fart, and that's terrible because I met, what the hell is his name? With the blue Camaro. Oh my god, he is such a good dude too. I feel like shit for not remembering. Troy LaCrone. There we go, Troy. I met Troy out there. Super awesome dude. Doesn't answer your question though. Closest race, we don't really go in that area. Just because there isn't, I'm not saying that there isn't a lot going on. It's just there's a lot of stuff going on that's closer to our area. And a lot of the bigger events are closer to the East Coast and stuff as far as the no prep goes. Yeah, St. Louis, I hate to say it, but if you want to come to a race, you're probably going to be driving a while, 5 hours plus.
Yes, Louis, that is Kramer on the wall. Just because he's there, just happen to be there.
This is.
Can I get that email once again? Frank wants to know.
Yep. DNR. So Delta November Romeo Auto at hotmail.com. Just like the channel spelled, everything, just no space or anything. DNR Auto at hotmail.com. And I will take a look probably later tonight because sometimes emails go to spam and everything else, so I'll check into it later on. Also, there was a guy who wanted to build a cam for the El Camino, which I haven't gotten back to him yet. If you guys have anything, just email it, DNR Auto. Like if there's questions you want to ask or something or whatever, something you want to talk about, email it over there. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get to it really quick. Sometimes it's like a month later and I scroll through and find stuff in spam and then respond, and sometimes I don't ever get a chance to respond at all. It's just a part of life.
Do you have any ride-along videos coming?
I need ride-along videos. I need to put a passenger seat in Nova, so I would like to, because even on motor, it's an experience. I mean, the big block shakes, it makes noise and everything, and but if I do that, I got to move the nitrous bottles. So I would like to do that. I just don't have a plan for where am I going to put the nitrous bottles and, buying a passenger seat, installing it, all that. I don't have that planned out yet, but I would really like to. I think it'd be a fun time.
Did you get the converter?
Did I get what converter?
It says, Matt, did you get the converter?
I don't know what you mean by that. Like, I have a converter,
Okay.
and it's sitting somewhere in Ohio right now, and I broke the other one.
Okay.
But yeah, I do have a replacement. Like, I'm not, out of luck on a converter. Like, I do have my other, my converter over there.
All right. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Frank.
And just so you guys know, we're getting close to like what will be the time
Cut
limit
off.
of the GoPro.
Oh. Okay. So if you guys got any, my shirt says Los Angeles, West Coast.
Oh,
Just
sure.
just a random shirt. That's DNR. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. They're gonna put the Dodger back together.
Festivus for the
I feel
rest
like we
of
did
us.
that. Oh, Festivus for the rest of us. How many cubic inches are you currently running?
The big block in the Nova is 496. Yes, we will. To be honest with you, like I was thinking about it today, I have a shortened 8.8 rear. It's actually a really good rear, all things considered, for the Dodger, and I can put that in, but I don't have a place to put it in right now. There's some parts I need to get. We need to figure out what's going on, because if you guys remember the last time I raced a Dodger, it was like hanging an injector open or something, so there's something still going on with that. We might just throw a carb back on it. I don't know what we're doing. It's really, I'm letting a Holly Terminator that I've wanted for years, and then finally I'm letting it waste away sitting on the Dodger. So I need to find something to do with that thing. And we do need to put the Dodger back together. The Dodger is not quite the most safest vehicle ever, but it also doesn't go that fast. So I don't know. We'll do something with that. I was thinking about just taking the whole front end off, doing some crazy turbo setup, but I think people like the way that it looks. I mean, I like the way that it looks when it's all together. It's got both fenders on and all that. But it's also like a piece of crap. Like, legitimately. That whole truck is.
Just
What?
you can check it out if you want. But like, there's no questions right now. They're just chilling. I like that people are connecting with each other too in the live, in the chat. Like, that makes me happy. So like, I've seen parts like mentioned and stuff, and ideas tossed around. Like, that makes me happy that people are connecting.
Send the Holly to Dave Terizzi. Man, screw that Dave Terizzi guy.
You better quit.
He a jerk.
Hmm.
What's the
about to
to-do?
knock
Can you
something down.
stop? Yeah, hitting the table. You're gonna knock.
I only did it once. Then I'll knock it down.
What's the to-do parts list in the immediate future for the Nova? So immediate future, obviously put the trains back in, put that other converter in. I want to upgrade the drive shaft. So trans yoke, rear yoke, bigger drive shaft, because I don't want to break it. I want to start hitting it pretty hard out of the hole. And then maybe we'll start working on seeing if we can lighten up the front end. I have a brake setup here that is a used brake setup off of a Camaro, which I'm told should work, but I tried it one time and I could never get it to work, so I don't know. We'll see. So immediately, I think the very next thing I want to do is upgrade the drive shaft and add a trans cooler. So those are two immediate things I would like to do. What car from Street Outlaws would you love to make a hit in?
All of them. All of them.
Boosted yellow car on the street. Like, I don't, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the No Prep Kings cars are cool and stuff, but I'm kind of, like, no. I got plans. Did you see there's a No Prep race in Maryland next weekend? Oh, believe me, I saw. Nobody will not let me see that.
Do you not want to see that?
What? No, I'm just like, well, trust me, I've seen it.
Right.
I've got other plans. Have you seen Big Chief's Corvette? I have. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. Like, not that there's anything wrong with Big Chief or him racing small tire or anything. Like, I'm not saying anything negative. I'm not a fan of that body style Corvette that much. It's not my personal taste. You going to leave Shitbox Supply in Ohio? It's not. So all the merch stuff is, all the lines and fittings are here. I have no idea what is going to happen because space is an issue. I know that right now, the way we have it set up, it is working. And stuff is getting out the door. So that is priority number one. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. I know we're trying to get some more space over there in Ohio and everything else. So, did you back half the Nova? Nope. It is still a leaf spring gangster, factory mounts, all of that. Put the Holly on Mallory's small block. Cannot. It is a Terminator X specific for an LS. Do you think you will ever come to Texas to race? Maybe.
Why you gotta say it like that and then drink this sparkling ice?
Sparkling ice, strawberry watermelon.
Like
Are you going to the pad anytime soon? Maybe.
I feel like they might know the answers to these questions.
Merry Christmas. I'm new here. What is both of your names? Well,
Who said that?
I'm Johnny Hammersticks.
Barbara Johansson's Methanite.
Oh, man. Samsonite.
No, I'm not doing Dumb and Dumber.
No, I'm Matt and this is Mallory.
Hi.
I have to agree.
Who said
never
that?
been that was Christopher.
Hi, Christopher.
Would you build test a butthurt bar? Nah. Nobody likes that style of that, even cheap. It's very yeah, it is very aerodynamic. I will give you that. What's the max you plan on spraying the Nova once you get it dialed in? 400 or 500 would probably ever be the max I'll put through it. Anything more, I think we'd need to look at a different power adder. I really thought she was going to build a small tire Crow. Kind of disappointed when he showed the vet. That would have been fucking awesome.
Where are we at on time with this?
We're like 10 minutes away from this live stream cutting out.
Well, this will be the last live with me in it for a little while.
Yeah, unless I do one before I leave, but yeah, this will be the last one for a little bit.
I think so.
You want to say something to the people? Have you prepared a speech?
I haven't prepared a speech.
Oh.
I'm kind of just sitting here to like filter out any missing things. Like, Just so you're not lonely
When we
on
go
the
on,
camera.
when we go on a race, well, David Terizzi, when do you want these baptisms? I know what you run.
You think your phone's gonna ring when you're done with the live? And it's gonna be Dave?
Probably. You probably ain't got no work tomorrow because it's
Perfect, because I'm gonna
Christmas
dig into
Eve.
that Hickory Farms box over there. With the meats and the cheeses.
I want some snacks too.
Can't if you're on the phone.
Would you come to Georgia? Yeah, I've actually been in Georgia. I got a buddy, Justin Malcolm, down in Georgia.
Oh, he's great people.
Transmission is fixed. Are the kids ready for Santa? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, they are. We're ready for the little elf to go back to where it came from.
Thank you, Daniel. Said I have a beautiful family.
Aw. Well, thank you.
This is true. Ugh. So,
Are you passing one by when you said, ugh?
maybe.
Are you passing a thing by? Okay. See, I can read quietly, but I have no poker face. You have a poker face, but sometimes you make...
Are you planning to come to the East Coast one of these days? Bro, I literally live on the East Coast. Like, the ocean is, like, that way. Is it?
It's
That way. Yeah, it's that way. I live there.
How close are we?
To the ocean?
Very close. I do know
Well,
this.
we're close to the bay, like, the water in between Delaware and Jersey. And
Oh, there
you
are
were
sharks. There are, like, great white sharks.
Yeah.
Like, legit. I track them.
I
There's a
live
whole
there.
app for that.
So, I live on the East Coast. The problem is what I do and who I do it with and everything else is just not really right here. We don't have a large no prep scene on the East Coast. We do have a moderate, street scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the flip side is, I travel a lot. I spend time with a bunch of people. I've got friends here. Don't get me wrong. I got friends here and people to help me out and stuff, but I don't have a super well-built team here, like, to do everything that needs to get done. We do, we went out testing and all that kind of stuff. I will race on the East Coast and everything else. Did you move the elf?
Not yet. I forget frequently.
I don't know.
It's looking at us right now, though.
Yeah, it's looking at us.
I will. I gotta figure out something to do with it. If you have any suggestions, I'll take them. Because I'm all out by this point. I just don't know what to do
My
anymore.
wife said your Christmas tree is pretty. Well, thank you.
The kids did it. It's all their stuff on there.
It's all
All their
cute.
ornaments and
Right.
stuff.
Paper ornaments with glitter, and the reindeer missing an eye, and all that kind of good
You've
stuff.
seen some things. Yeah.
What is a Christmas tradition that your family does? We don't really have.
Well, see, now your mom would say different, and then we don't.
Lord.
We don't argue with mom.
Yeah, I don't know.
She has
Ask my
traditions.
mother.
She has some traditions with bread and things where we do
Oh,
eat
yeah.
bread or something.
One thing I would say is that we, like every year, my mom will get Polish food, and it's not really like a tradition or anything, but like she gets Polish food every year. She'll go
She
up to
does.
Philly,
She does.
and then so around Christmas we'll be eating some more Polish food, which is always nice. And I got the girls to eat some today, and they enjoyed it. And then also shout out Brad, Snake Eater Performance, who sent me a nice Christmas package, which was all like just snacks from Hawaii.
Did you see the one? I was so excited because it said like hot spicy. I was like, woohoo, gonna
Yeah.
get it. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
I didn't until I looked at the ingredients. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna try it anyway.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna
just
go
try
for it.
Yeah, we don't eat seafood, but there's like a squid thing that looks
Squid snack. I don't
yeah,
know.
squid snack.
We're gonna
but
try
those chocolate. There's like a chocolate
Kona
thing.
coffee?
Yeah, a coffee chocolate thing with a macadamia nut inside, and
So
like
good.
it rolled in cocoa, and oh my god, those things are slamming.
That whole box is slamming. Minus the
Yeah.
squid, we haven't tried that yet.
Yeah,
But we will. We'll try
but
it.
I tried the mangoes,
Yeah.
and that was good. The cherries, and then there's like dirt and stuff on the gummy bears. I don't understand. I texted him. I was like, I don't know why there's dirt and sticks on the gummy bears, but they're still delicious.
It's still eating it.
Still eating it. Still good.
No.
It was in the package that way. Like I opened the package, so I know nobody dropped them.
It's interesting.
Well,
What do you got?
going to Indiana, Brown County, War in the Woods. I think I want to go to one of those races really bad.
I broke the converter. So yeah, a bunch of people asked about the converter. Like the one that was in the car is broken. Like I was told not even worth fixing. Like just go get a new one. I do have a different converter. You don't have a strong northeast scene. Down south is strong. Down south is, yeah, for like no prep stuff, definitely. Have you watched The Ranch? No.
We don't watch enough TV. We don't. Which makes me wonder, like, what are we doing that we don't?
Hey, Matt, what size stacker do you want to get? How many cars do you want it to hold in the stacker? Like, if I'm, like, dreaming, like, my dreams have come true, obviously at least a 2-car. A 3-car would be awesome. But, you know, I enjoy, there's other parts of this, too. Like, I enjoy the fact that that I can contribute and help my friends and stuff, too. So, like, when we take the RV places and everybody sleeps in the RV, you know, we've got Rob and Brendan and Allison and Tommy and Billy sometimes, and you know, like that, I'm like, that makes me happy to know, like, hey, like, you know, I bought this thing, and obviously it's cool because me and my family get to use it,
right?
And take those kinds of trips and stuff.
Right.
But then also, like, I get to contribute and help my friends, and we have a lot of fun in the RV too. So I would love to say like a 3-car, because, you know, if we could put the Falcon, an S10, and a Nova in one vehicle and take off, it would be efficient. My friend Matt sells the best racetrack hot dogs on the map. It's because I take food seriously. I take my food very seriously. I don't do that cheap shit. I don't do that.
What? You do have a food thing.
I have
like,
a
we'll be
food
trying
thing.
to go to sleep, and I'll hear it. I don't know if you've ever seen it on, like, is it Instagram or TikTok? It's Instagram. The guy who's like the chef out in the woods, and all you can hear is like the ASMR of him cutting in his food and searing it outside in the woods. Like, I know when you're listening to that because I can hear it. You did watch F That's Delicious.
Oh yeah, Action Bronson.
Action Bronson's. You're always on some food stuff though.
Do you or SOC group use a scope to diagnose sensor issues or running compression tests? Is not, or are you something the group interested to learn? A scope, like, you mean like sticking the camera down in the spark plug hole? Like, I think that, you know, there's a lot of things we do. There's a lot of things we do, and there's a lot of things we don't do. You know, saying is something to learn. Like, we all know how to do a compression test. Just generally not something maybe we show in the videos. Like, you guys got to realize too, we also think about what people would find interesting. So, like, there's just sometimes some work that's just work that doesn't make it into a video. I doubt it. Found out I have COVID today. Damn, sorry. Sucks to hear.
Someone asked what the kids asked for Christmas. They really didn't ask for much.
Yeah, they honestly.
I know the kids, both of them, and me as an adult. I'm obsessed with that Bluey show. That's the hit. We love Bluey.
Do you think dyno tuning is in the future? I don't know. I don't know why everybody's so hung up on dyno tuning. I think that, I mean, like, is it like you guys like want to see a video of the Nova on a dyno? Like, I mean, I probably know people with dynos. Like, we'd probably make that happen. But I don't have any interest. No, I do actually. Yes, I do. I have some Dogecoin. I've got Decentraland. I've got that. Yeah, I got some money in some places.
I did, but I pulled it. I did do that.
Billy raced John Doc, and Billy won. Doesn't get better than Warwoods. It seems like a really fun time. And I'm going to warn you guys, at any minute now, this live stream is just going to cut out because it gets to the 2-hour timer. And
it's like 1 hour 54.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you like the Power Glide over the 3-speed? Absolutely, because I shift my cars, and I consistently screw that up. So if I only have to shift one time versus 2 times, it's only one time I fuck something up instead of twice. And I'm talking running a compression test using a digital oscilloscope. Are you willing to learn, or do you think